What's wrong with the enneagram? Well, before we seek to answer that question, let me ask a different question. What's right about the enneagram? Why in the world would this thing be now suddenly so wildly popular? Well, I think as we answer that question, we might get an answer as to what's wrong about the enneagram. One of the reasons why the enneagram is so popular is that it is another way for us to get consumed with ourselves. We're all our favorite subject. And so when we have the opportunity to take a test that's supposedly going to be about me, I'm interested in that. It encourages me to focus on myself. Secondly, and right on the heels of the first point, is that the enneagram, like so many other personality tests, can serve to excuse or justify my sin. That's just the way I am. I'm not pushy or bossy. I have the gift of administration. You see how those two things are in the same ballpark, but one is a positive, the other is a negative. So it is with these enneagrams, where we want to justify our own sins. Third, ironically, one of the reasons that the enneagram is as popular as it is because it is the sort of new version of the Myers-Briggs test, which was an earlier psychologically modeled personality test thing that really has no validity to it, just like the enneagram. But as people come to realize, hey, Myers-Briggs is, as one person put it, about as insightful and helpful as a Quizlet on the internet, that void is being filled by the enneagram. Unfortunately, there's no more evidence that the enneagram is any more accurate about who we are than Myers-Briggs. It's just silly at best. And we haven't even gotten to the central issue. The enneagram is not pseudoscience. The enneagram is New Age Trojan horse stuff. The irony is that if you look just at its recent history, where it came from, the ancient history that it supposedly came from, there's no more evidence of that than there is evidence that the enneagram has any particular insight. The reality is this system that lays out 9 basic personality types that interact with other personality types. All of this gets traced back less than 150 years ago, and virtually everybody involved in making this popular, first starting as an understanding of reality and more recently as a personality sort of guide, all of the key players have been actively involved in the occult. This is from the beginning something that was supposedly given to a particular occultist who was high on mescaline, and he claimed to have this information delivered to him by an angel. I gotta tell you, the sheer lack of discernment in the church that welcomes this in as some sort of tool for insight is in many ways shocking to me. This is not only filling the vacuum of Myers-Briggs, it's filling the vacuum of biblical wisdom in the church. This is what passes for insight. This is what passes for wisdom and direction. Friends, you need to be running from your life for this. Now, I'm not saying if you took the test that your spirit is now trapped in hell or anything like that. I'm not saying everybody who's ever said anything positive about it is a false prophet. What I'm saying is that the thing itself is not something we need. It's not something helpful. It's something dangerous. It's something to stay away from.